Masolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center and ivymasters.com. And today we're going to look at Test 6, Section 1, number 15, which reads, the author most likely includes the extended quote in lines 43 to 53. Why do we have these extended quotes? You can see that it's all indented right along here. There's your extended quote. So, context is king. We could answer this question without even looking at the extended quotes themselves. I'm going to start over in line 33 as part of the general process of transformation of authority whereby there's been a reluctance to uncritically accept traditional sources of public knowledge. So in other words, people do not want to just say, oh, I know it's true because I heard it on the radio, I saw it on television, or I read it in the newspaper. The demand has been for all authority to make explicit the frames of value which determine their decisions. So I just read up to there, and they want to know if the news is coming from CNN, then it's liberal, Democratic. They want to know if it's coming from Fox, it's conservative, Republican. And after that, we have centers of news production, as our focus group shows, have not been exempt from this process. Not surprisingly, perhaps, some news journalists feel uneasy about this renegotiation of authority. So from a journalist standpoint, you can imagine that journalists used to report the news and it would just be accepted as truth. It is no longer accepted as truth. And that's really the meat of what you need in order to answer this question. Of course, I've copied the quotes themselves and also a little bit after, but you really do get the answer before. If you're considering answer choice A, present contradictory examples. Let's see if these examples contradict each other. Editors are increasingly casting a glance at the most read lists on their own and other websites to work out which stories matter to readers. And now the audience, which used to know its place, is asked to act as a kind of journalistic ombudsman, ruling on our credibility. And then the second quote, the result of democratizing access to TV news can be political disengagement by the majority and a dumbing down through a popularity contest of stories. So it seems like these are more consistent than opposite. Most read lists, which stories matter most to readers. Democratizing is ruled by the people. What did the people want to read? Dumbing down by a popularity contest of stories. That sounds like which stories matter to readers. So these are more similar than different. It's not going to be answer choice A. Cite representative opinions. That sounds like it's what it's doing. It's the opinions of the journalists. Answer choice C, criticize typical viewpoints. It's just a journalist saying what they feel, and answer choice D, suggest viable alternatives. We don't get a plan B here. We don't get a journalist saying, hey, if they don't just accept it as true, then why don't we do this? So the correct answer here is B. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has trouble with these types of questions, who does not know maybe for a real line reference to read before and after. So any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. Click subscribe so you don't miss anything, and check out our 1-minute video on TikTok. Have a great day.